We're back.
That one comment asked us to not wear socks.
Where?
On the podcast.
They said don't wear socks? Yeah. What does that mean?
Oh, that's on the Patreon. You got to pay for that.
Because your feet are up here all the time?
Yeah.
Really?
He's got good-looking feet.
I got some gangly ass feet.
Hey, if you fucking pay us, maybe.
Yeah. Why don't you make it worth my while?
Yeah, we should throw money our way, and yeah, maybe I will be fucking. Maybe I will do a pod like
down
this.
here.
Maybe I will do that.
I got my second toe is bigger than my big toe. If that does anything.
Oh,
really?
People love that shit. They'll eat it up. Oh my god! Show the camera. Show that to the camera. You want them to take those socks off?
Yeah,
subscribe.
I don't have that.
Well, it's because you're not a freak of nature like some people.
Catch the Patreon.
Everyone in my family picks stuff up with their feet. Everyone thinks that's weird.
My dad does that. My dad's like a monkey.
Yeah,
it's
my mom and my sister all do that.
My dad also doesn't wear shoes. Rarely.
I prefer to not.
Yeah, he'll just be it doesn't matter. He'll walk on the beach on like rocks and sharp shit, and he's just walking. I'm like, God, you're like a fucking immigrant. You're like a, you like
sure.
It's like you came. It's like you came from like a tribal country.
Like all immigrants.
Still be an immigrant if you came from there.
Yeah, I'm saying I feel like you should have led with the tribal thing.
Well, I was leading into it, and then I got derailed.
Derailed
from my friends.
Any hooser. Do you feel like you guys have pants that like fit? I was thinking about that.
Christian doesn't. She's too tall.
I
don't think she's too tall, but she said she's too tall because women's sizes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever. I didn't know this. Well, men's pants are length width.
Yeah.
So she's tall as fuck. So she'll just get pants, but she's expecting a flood on everything. Yeah, they're all capris.
Yeah, I have like 2 pairs that like fit me well, but I also have like 4 other pairs that like they fit, but like not well. Like it's either like just the crotch is like cut up too high.
That's what all
these
things are. The fucking crotches.
Just no dick room. No. My balls.
I don't need a lot.
Cut in.
Are you hung?
I don't need a lot of dick room.
Bro, like even like sitting now, like I can feel like it's starting to creep up and just like cut my sack in half.
Yeah, half the time at work when like I'm beginning to spaz is because like things are like the vault's a fucking mess. There's shit everywhere. This person won't stop talking.
My balls are in my stomach.
That is like the thing that sets it over the top. My fucking shoulders won't stop. These goddamn pants. Like fucking
really.
Yeah.
No, I think clothes fit me pretty well.
That's how I feel about shoes too.
Shoes fit you well?
No,
they don't.
No, because like I need to get big shoes because of that. But
wide?
You need wide shoes.
But then they become too big, and then I'm like kicking them around.
Don't they have like a 10 wide or something?
Sometimes.
Just gotta go get like some fucking grandpa shoes.
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah,
New
I
Balance.
got fucking weird ass European shoes now. Yeah.
European shoes.
Yeah, they're from like the Netherlands.
Yeah, I got an ad for those on Instagram, and I was like, I've seen this logo. Like, why am I getting these fucking shoes? And I click on it. It says like, orthopedics, stand barefoot walking, blah blah blah. Best for your posture.
And they got wool in them, so in the winter you don't get cold when the snow
hot
kicks
in the
up.
summer though.
Breathable.
Really? You ever try those toe shoes out?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah,
I thought I would.
They sound good, like in theory.
Rogan
minus
likes
the
those,
ankle support.
Doesn't Rogan like run in those?
I think like when they first became a thing, maybe
years ago. Yeah,
like
that shit died hard.
Can you imagine
I
like
feel.
stubbing your toe or something?
Oh my! Well, I think
that's
that.
why.
Yeah, I think
at that
people
point
are
just
just
go
hiking.
barefoot because then you don't have the illusion of like I'll
Safety.
just fucking run full speed. It's like to be tentative or whatever. No, the Vivo things I have are like the best of both worlds because they're like flat enough to be barefoot. I guess like the way Converse are when people say they like to weightlift in those, but then they got like enough build on them to where like you can kick through snow and shit. And
I've always worn like Vans and like skate shoes, and those are pretty flat.
but those, if you step in a puddle, you're Fucksville, right?
Depends on the material. Yeah.
The only Vans I've ever had were ones that were like that.
Oh, like the canvas ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, the canvas ones are fun. I have a pair of I have some like Led Zeppelin ones they made, but they're like leather. And I sprayed them with this like waterproof shit. It's probably not real leather, but
You don't know that.
they're sealed.
Don't sell yourself short. You're doing good.
They're not Gucci, you know what I mean? Jesus. No, you said it was cold. You said in the cold it's nice, but dude, I went down a rabbit hole of these videos of these guys living in
Antarctica,
Siberia.
Nazis.
Nazis. Be honest. No, it was these guys in Siberia, and it's like how we start our car in Siberia. You know, because it's like -60 up there. The people who have cars can't afford to keep them in their garage all winter because you have to like heat the garage all winter. So they do two things. They either let the car run for 4 months and just keep it running, but it's expensive to fill it with gas.
Well, yeah,
You
I
don't
don't
say.
think it's very
Or-
feasible.
They leave it outside and let it fucking freeze. The entire car freezes solid to where to start it back up, these guys had like one of those torpedo heaters, tarped off the car, put the torpedo heater under the car, and started heating this thing up for like 2 hours. Then he pulls the dipstick out and he goes, the oil is liquid now. Good, we can probably start driving soon. And then just like everything in the car just defrosts and like he starts driving, but then the wind from driving the car freezes the entire windshield so he
Yeah.
can't see. And then like shit's popping up at the bottom where it's like if you get stuck on the side of the road or if your car breaks down, you pretty much die because it's like 9 hours to the next village or
Yeah,
some
I
shit.
feel like such a pussy whenever I think about these
Yo,
people.
it's fuck. And then these people are out there, you know, just a
Working.
pair of gloves, you know, just a jacket,
living.
just a normal hat, no ski mask, nothing. But yeah, I was like, that's fucking crazy. You got to defrost your car.
That's where Peter Jan's from, I believe.
Really, Siberia? Some dude
Do
came.
they
in,
count Siberia as Russia, or does it have its own flag?
I think it's part of Russia.
Yeah, I thought it
Okay.
was part of it.
Then yeah.
Listen,
then
if,
yes,
Putin,
that's
if
where it's
Putin has
from.
a say in it, it's part of Russia.
This is a pro
Some dude,
Putin podcast.
some dude came in. Some dude came in from. Some dude came into work from Siberia, and he had an accent. And I go, "Yo, where are you from?" And he goes, "Siberia." And I go, "Really?"
You're like, crazy what's going on over there, huh?
I didn't say that. I was about to, and I stopped myself. And he goes, "I do not agree with what Putin's doing. It's crazy what he's doing." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Hey, brother, you don't have to. You don't have to defend. Hey,
who am I?
if you're with him, I mean, I'll still talk. To
I
you.
don't agree with Biden, so I mean, it's cool.
I'm gonna sell
That
you
guy's
weed.
doing God knows.
I'm gonna sell you weed regardless, brother."
Yeah, that video you showed me was horrifying of Biden.
Oh yeah, I found this video that someone made of a cut of Biden just like
It's like time lapse, so it's all sped up, but then it's like,
it's the same person, like
but
he's
every
just,
year, right?
No. It's like different. It's him like touching and like greeting children, but like they're taking pictures with them, and it's a time lapse of like it's probably like 10 minutes they're standing on stage, but he does not have his hands off this girl, like her face, like her head, kiss, fucking
Pat,
move,
pat, stroke.
pat, rub the back, kiss, pat, hug, you know, chin, caress the chin.
Continually like bringing her over to make sure she's centered in front of him for the picture.
Bro, it's creepy as fuck. Mind you, there's no context behind any of it. It's just a
Although, what
Colle-
would it be?
collection of all these videos, time lapse, and like 10 different girls. Just meet the president. He's like, mwah,
Who go
mwah,
from like
kiss.
happy and like kidding, because it's like a bunch of other. It's not just one person.
So where they look miserable.
yeah,
they
like
look
they
scared.
get like crestfallen as this person's like
like just rubbing their face, like hand under the chin, like
this
holding
person
their
that
head.
should have been dead years ago, but is chemically alive. You know, it's just like. "Arr."
Yeah, dude, this shit was fucking creepy. And I don't give a fuck either way politically because it don't matter, people, and we need to learn that.
It's all divide and conquer.
all
Sports
divide and
teams.
conquer.
It's comedy.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
And
comedy.
divide and conquer doesn't work if the people being divided aren't aware of the falsely created division.
But they're
Once
too
you're
busy.
aware of it, once you're aware
in your TikTok,
on your phone, watching your
and your
sports,
foosball.
your bullshit, you'd fucking open your goddamn eyes and learn about what's going on. You go, hey, maybe things aren't so bad.
It is crazy,
Maybe I
though.
don't hate this piece of
I
shit.
would understand it
across
more
the
if it
street.
was just people who like were fucking off on TikTok and shit. But there are people who genuinely care about like politics.
That's what
It's
I
like,
mean.
So how do you have that level of intensity and I'm gonna spend this amount of time and get my degree and yada yada? And at no point you're like deep state, like
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy to me. Like these people get entrenched in like their side, where it's like, no, fuck the
But
Republicans.
no matter what side you're on, you're never like, wait, what did Cheney do? Like,
Yeah, no.
you're invested so heavily in that like aspect of the workings of the world,
Yeah.
and you're just like,
It like goes back
so
to like my
surface
dad.
level.
It like goes back to like my dad and his family. Like my dad's family is deeply fucking Republican, like deeply entrenched in that shit. Now he's starting to open up his mind because he's a man of the people. Now he's working with he's working in a warehouse. He's not in a vacuum chamber, so he's getting it. But
He's rubbing his elbows.
no matter how big of an asshole the Republican guy was, if it was Cheney, if it was Bush, it doesn't fucking matter. He's voting Republican. It doesn't fucking matter. And then the same thing for the people who vote Democrat. Like, no matter how big of an
'cause the
asshole,
other
it
side
could be
is evil.
It could be Biden, it could be some other dumb fuck, but
And
they're
we're
always going to
morally
vote.
superior.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why there's only two parties.
Well, there's been 3 in the past, but
Yeah.
it never works out for.
They don't fucking win.
Yeah, that's-
who's voting for the Green Party.
Like, I always feel bad. It's like, you're just shooting yourself and the person that you like
Yeah.
the most in the foot, and you're just giving the win to the other guy.
Yeah.
Unless
Like,
everyone did it,
right.
Yeah.
which is unfeasible at this point.
Because the people who vote for the Green Party take a vote away from either side of.
I would have
the other
voted for
party.
Ross Perot. I'll say it.
I'll say it right now. I don't even care.
Man was a maverick.
I think in Brazil or like some South American country, they like, if you want to run for president or like run for office, they like will run your ad for free. It's
Did
like,
you
yeah,
see what
like
happened in
anyone can
Brazil?
fucking do it. What?
So I guess they like, I don't know if revolt or riot is a better word. Something happened where they like kind of lashed out against the government a little bit, I guess, or maybe specifically the president.
Ooh.
And I guess Jose Aldo is whose house the president stayed at when he was being like under fire and he couldn't stay at his house. He was like, "Champ, I need you."
Get the
Really?
fuck out. Defend me, please.
So then Aldo was like under fire for like not standing with his people, and he's like, "You have to understand like the honor it was that like the president of my country would choose to come to my home of all places. Like I wasn't really in a spot like I've been very poor in this
You're
country."
not in a
Yeah.
position to fucking say
Yeah.
no to that. Yeah.
The new president, right? Not the old dictator, right?
Whoever they were chasing out, but again, I
If it
don't.
was the old dictator, then fuck yeah.
I don't know
Fuck
any
Aldo.
any details about who it was or what he did. Literally, the only thing I know is that part of the reason they didn't like him was because I guess he was like not for like I guess more like gay marriage and trans stuff. I don't know what it was
Pretty sure that was
specific.
the old guy.
Yeah. So I think Aldo was like, listen, like, did I let a guy spend the night here?
Is the
Yes.
Fuhrer coming over for dinner? Yes.
Oh shit, we didn't say grace.
Shit. Everyone dig in.
Yeah, Aldo boxing, Jeremy Stevens.
That's some of the wildest shit. I'm mad they didn't have tickets on sale yet. I was looking.
That
I was
one's
gonna buy
halfway
some.
fun, actually, to be honest.
They're not bad.
Because they fought in MMA, so that one's kind of like, all right.
Because what is it? It's fucking.
It's Jacare versus Vitor,
Yep.
which Vitor's
Which-
back on the juice.
I'll fucking watch that shit any day of the week.
Belfort?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Jacare, I don't really need to see box, to be honest, but that's what all these people fucking forget is they're like, oh yeah, I'm a pretty good striker. It's like, yeah, when people are scared of you taking their ass down, when it's just you standing there, you're not that good a striker. No disrespect.
I know Paul Daly, right?
Yeah, he was that dude that had that war with Nick Diaz, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Related to John Daly.
Brothers.
The brothers.
Do you know what Paul Daly looks like?
No. John Daly, how do
More
you
like cousins.
John, how do you
Brother from another mother.
how do you prep for a tournament? I don't know. I'll drink about 4 or 5 Diet Coke, smoke about 6 cigarettes, I'll hit balls for maybe 20 minutes, and then I walk to the first tee.
John Daly looks like if Ron White played golf instead
Yeah.
of did comedy.
If Ron White and Tommy Boy like merged together.
Tommy Boy aged.
Do you think they like got the inspiration for that Billy Madison? No, not Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore from him or something? It's like, look at this fucking crazy.
I bet a
son
little
of
bit.
bitch.
Probably a little
Like-
bit.
Or like what he could do to the
Yeah.
sport. Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, probably a little bit.
It's just wild that he is in golf. But
crazy.
he's like the only guy like that in golf.
I think there was someone at work bragging about like some record they have. I can't remember at all what it is, but all I could think of was in Happy Gilmore when he's like, "Yeah, I got a record. I'm the only guy who ever took my skate off and tried to stab somebody."
I can only imagine if we had like a tennis player or like a fucking like a chess player or something, just go up like smoking a cigarette, just walking in half drunk,
Just killing it.
yeah, just being a fucking an
Just
animal.
killing it.
That'd be a good one. A chess player or something.
Just chiefing. Just
Yeah.
Just something that they
The new
slow
school
clap
chess
for.
phenom comes out like Israel Adesanya. Break dancing and shit.
that's funny. That's crazy.
Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Chess player smoking.
Give me back in a week. What the fuck is this?
What is smoking chess player?
If anyone knows what Roman concrete means, let us know.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to think of that. For the past week, I've been trying to think of what Roman concrete meant.
We were riffing that out.
It was
buddy.
funny as fuck too.
I just think it's super funny because I definitely thought by now you would have fucking remembered
No,
that shit.
I didn't.
You
I don't
would
know.
think that.
I don't know if it's like the Egyptians hired Romans to like move their shit. But
Oh,
they're
wasn't
just-
it like? It's like because Haley or someone from work came in talking about like Roman concrete or Mike or someone
because they discovered the formula of how they made it.
So then we were talking about like New York Union guys being Italian. If it was like those guys in Rome, but then I can't figure out why that would be funny. That's like
No.
as far as I can get.
No.
I
yo.
can't track it back. I can't trace it.
Hey yo, yeah, we're building this Coliseum here.
This year aqueduct.
Yeah, that's what aqueduct. Yeah. Hey yo, you see, I'm more of a plumber too. Nah, no, it's not
See?
funny. It's not funny. I don't know what the fuck.
We
it was.
lost whatever the nut of it was.
There was something there that was really funny.
The crux of it all.
God damn it. Well, fuck it. Suits in the nose. I got something. Sitting here pondering. Oh, dude, I saw a video that apparently we went to Mars in 1972 and it was under Project Red Sun.
Red Sun is a poor name for that, huh?
Yeah. Because
Look it up. Red Sun.
because some footage leaked or some shit and it shows like a capsule going towards Mars, and then for a second you could see like people in there. Apparently it was like Neil Armstrong.
Oh, show
led the-
him the fucking COVID thing you showed me.
brother.
Bro.
Brother, let me read you something.
Sorry
So-
to cut you off.
Yeah, so no, I'm on fucking, I forgot where I saw this, but apparently this, I think it was on TikTok. Apparently this book was released in 1989, and it's called The New World Order by Ralph Epperson, 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 of the Rockefeller, it's from the Rockefeller playbook called Operation Lockstep. Okay?
Ever heard of it?
This came out in 1989, okay? It's phase 1.
Imagine how many phases there are.
There's 3.
Disgusting.
Common
369.
Common cold,
Energy
common
vibration.
cold/flu, mild symptoms at most. Media endorsement of mass paranoia and fear. Flawed testing system utilized, which picks up any genetic material in the body and triggers a positive result. Initiation of COVID case numbers through changing of death certificates. Double counting and classifying all deaths, including other diseases, as natural causes as COVID-19. Lockdown will condition us. Sorry, it's very blurry. Lockdown will condition us to live under doctrinated laws, prevent protests, and identify public resistance. That was phase 1. Phase 2. The second phase will lead to compromised and frail immune systems through lack of food, social distancing, wearing masks, and lack of contact with sunlight and healthy bacteria. Exposure to 5G radiation will further attack the immune system. Thus, when people reemerge into society, more will fall ill. This will be blamed on COVID-19. This will all occur before the vaccination is ready to justify it. Mind you, the vaccination did come out, so it is a little off.
Well, yeah, 40
A longer,
years
more
go by, you gotta have a little wiggle room.
a
30
longer,
years.
more potent lockdown will follow until everyone takes the vaccine. Third phase. If the majority of people resist the vaccine, a weaponized SARS/HIV/MERS virus will be released. A lot of people will die from this. It will be survival of the fittest. It will also be the ultimate push for everyone to get vaccinated in order to return to normality. Those who have not taken the vaccine will be at war with those who have taken the vaccine, and anarchy will ensue.
So you're telling me
1989 this came out, and this dude's talking about 5G and COVID-19.
the evil villains just published their fucking plans?
Well,
I
they
don't know
have
if-
to make that Rockefeller playbook. They have to make somewhat public. So like
What
It's
is
also
the
like-
Rockefeller playbook?
the way like the Bilderberger group has their annual meetings and stuff. Rockefeller's group has their annual meetings too. And in like a couple of years ago, they had another leaked one about like talking weird about 5G and stuff. But yeah, it's the same way government has to declassify their documents eventually, you know, and then no one gives a fuck. They just they just said the CIA killed JFK and no one cares.
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
They
When was
released
the
it.
When was the last time the Pentagon got audited? Pentagon / like America got audited. Well, that would be announced on September 10th, 2001, and then they fucking sent a goddamn missile into the part of the Pentagon that does the banking, and then we've never been audited again.
Yeah.
Because no one gives a shit.
And then two towers
and then
collapse.
they'll declassify that in 50 fucking years.
And then, yeah, exactly. That will be, in 50 years when everyone's dead from that shit, they're going to go, oh, you know what? This was a ruse to just spark the war in Iraq. That was another false flag. And you know what people are going to do? Huh. Duh. On their phone and shit. Not going to give a fuck. Bullshit.
You guys ever heard of this Bin Laden?
It's so fucking crazy.
Can you believe they hung Saddam Hussein?
Do you remember
Like,
that?
yes.
Do you remember that 9/11 thing? Yeah, I remember that. That was like
Man,
60
Saddam
years.
was talking shit right
Yeah.
up to the end.
Yeah,
Remember that?
dude, I watched a thing that Gaddafi.
He was not talking shit right up at the end. He was.
He was begging for his
Yeah.
life when they shoved that sword up his ass.
Yeah. You know who was loving that? Jason.
Loved it.
Jason was big on the Gaddafi
Oh,
knife video.
I just remember going to school. The
Especially
next
when
day,
Tosh
history
.0
class,
started
and
that
it
new
was like,
thing.
No Gaddafi. I was like, all right.
Yeah. Are all those kids like out of the closet hopefully now?
well, that all came from Daniel Tosh during that Tosh .0 thing when he had that big.
Yeah, but then there
Gaddafi.
were dudes that would do it 75 times a day.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Some people just like touch people's butts.
But I saw a thing. Hey,
I would hope
Hey,
they're
Epo does it.
figured out.
they do it in
All
Epo.
sorted out now. They do it like twice.
Gaddafi. No, dude, I watched a
I
thing
turned
that
into such a lib for that. I'm like, you don't know their culture. Like,
I saw this one thing where Gaddafi had like 5 minutes to speak on some topic at like a UN conference or something. That man went up there for 2 hours and went on a rant about how they have to put,
that was his Hitler speech.
yeah, they got to put all the politicians on trial for war crimes. They have, like, the banking system's fucked. This is fucked. Everything. People need to open their eyes. And they were like,
Maybe this guy's not all bad.
oh, we got to get this guy
Let's
out
kill
of
him.
power.
Let's
Let's
kill
start a revolution.
Admittedly, I think he did allow like slaves to.
Yeah,
be
He
in the
listen,
day.
he did
It
some.
wasn't all good. Wasn't all good.
No, it wasn't.
Who is though, really?
Listen, we're not for Gaddafi. We're not against Gaddafi.
Hey,
we're
Gandhi slept with children.
Not, really?
Yeah, he slept with little girls next to him to test his chastity. And it's like, well, were the girls cool with that, or was that just like, just for your test, just
Yeah.
for your
Did
experiment?
Did he ever fail the test?
Well, hey, I don't know if they were keeping score.
You don't ask those questions.
I do.
Well, I do.
I
man.
very much would like to know if Gandhi raped children.
this would change my outlook on life.
Very much alter the record books.
Me and Christian are playing Civilization 6, and Gandhi is one of my allies. I would cut that tie immediately.
In Record of Ragnarok, Buddha just showed up. It's pretty cool.
Really?
Wasn't sure if he was going to be a god or not because he was a real man. But
A man's supporting both ends of the chain.
well, that was the thing that when they had Hercules fighting on the side of the gods, and it's like, isn't Hercules' whole thing? Like,
Yeah, he's a man.
well, I guess his thing is that in this version of it, he took on the god power in order to protect humanity from the gods because they were going to extinguish, like they had sinned so much they were going to exterminate them again. So then Hercules was the only one that stood up.
The show has a tremendous concept. I love the concept.
Concept's
of the show.
really cool.
Yeah, I can't. I'll try to watch it.
Admittedly, it's not your. If it's
Record
not like
of Ragnarok we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not like my top tier anime, so it's hard for me to even sell it to you because it's not like a narrative. Like
It's also like they're not fighting.
Yeah, it's not like a story. It's like this sequence of events happens, and then like just in order to like highlight this cool.
You know what
idea,
it feels like?
Highlight this cool idea.
You know what it feels like? It feels like the outline to a show, where they're outlining it, but they don't have like the action scenes and the.
I mean, no, they definitely have the action scenes. I feel like that's just more what you watched, because you watched the
ninja,
Adam one, right?
No, the
samurai
one, yeah, and Poseidon.
I mean, they have action scenes, but I understand what it's not Dragon Ball Z. It's like it's just set up very differently.
Well, Dragon Ball Z also has fucking huge lols.
Yeah, but that's due to them being money grubby and being like, no, we'll just keep making the show while you come up with the story. And it's like, no, motherfucker, pause the show. Like,
take a season break.
Yeah. Don't just have motherfuckers walk around on Namek
for
a season.
For a season.
No, it's terrible. I love the show more than anybody, but yeah, it's rough.
I love this fucking show. Let me send you this Project Redstone video.
Oh, I think I just pulled it up on here and then forgot to watch it.
Oh, here, I'll send it. I got the thing I watched.
Operation Red Sun.
I sent you the TikTok one. If you prefer that.
Did you see that ONE FC did a poll for MMA or Muay Thai? And Muay Thai won.
A poll?
Yeah. They did like a little Instagram poll bullshit.
Isn't ONE FC like mostly Muay Thai though?
No.
It started as MMA, and then they're just like, people like Muay Thai? Like, let's fucking throw Muay Thai on. People like grappling? Let's throw fucking grappling on.
Yeah.
Like, they'll just fucking do anything and everything. But they're under fire for fucking using the name of Muay Thai in vain.
They're not so much under fire as much as Thailand's just trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Not have their culture watered down as
don't-
they fucking bet on it.
Doing a little fucking dance beforehand.
Yeah.
You don't say that.
It's so funny because it's like, yeah, keep the culture alive by doing the thing that fucking white people who have been here for 3 days do and buy a fucking headband and 2 fucking bicep straps. And it's like, is that what you're asking people to do? Because
Really?
in my mind, that's like disrespectful as fuck to do that after
real?
2 days. Be like, I actually been working on my Rye crew a lot. Be like, when did you learn those words? Fuckface.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really sound. Oh, okay. There's really not much sound. Oh,
Whoa.
there's the sound.
Okay.
So that's apparently from 1972, and it was leaked from the secret space program from somewhere. I don't know who obtained it. I don't know who got it. I don't know what the fuck happened. But for a split second, you could see people in that crew right before that whiteout. But I don't know, man. They were saying Neil Armstrong headed the mission. I read one article saying Buzz Aldrin was on it, and then I read one where they said they didn't put his name on it.
I didn't see shit. I don't even know what the hell I looked at. That was
Mars. Yeah,
Are you sure that was Mars?
that's what they said.
I know my planets.
What else would it be?
I thought it looked more red.
Oh, dude, so that's another thing. Apparently, Mars isn't like the pictures you see from the Curiosity rover.
It was like Red Rock.
They're edited. It's not that red. The sky is somewhat blue.
They don't want us to think that it's livable, god damn it.
Like
Why
this
would it have a blue sky?
because
There's no water to reflect the blue.
no, it's not. Apparently, it has. Fucking head. God damn you! Why you bring shit up, Mark, and you don't fucking back it? Here it is. Okay.
Come on.
Come on, load, damn it. No, apparently, here we go.
How fucking long does it take to go
Why
to
does
Mars? How do you just miss like a fucking Neil Armstrong for that long period of time?
So there was a I watched a longer version of the video on YouTube. I watched a longer version of the video on YouTube with extra footage, and they're like holding up signs that are
Where
like
was that one?
day 100, day this, day that. It was on YouTube. It'd be hard to
Why
match
did we
it.
watch that up?
It'd be hard to match it up in post in this thing because we'd be skipping around a lot.
You got an answer for everything except this. No.
Why does Mars look
water
red?
on Mars.
Why does Mars look red in official images? Well, according to NASA, these enhanced color images are shown
All the pictures were
as
taken with Snapchat filters.
That's what it is.
Dog face on it.
They got that Stipe filter or Stepe or whatever that is.
They let girls into NASA, and this is what happened.
Damn. Ever since that one movie where the women brought people to Mars. You don't remember that one? Or no, brought people to the moon. Trading Place? No, not Trading Place.
That's with fucking Dan Aykroyd and Eddie
Nah,
Murphy.
there's a movie about the black ladies who got people to the moon.
I know that Shane Gillis'
Oh.
dad called it Medea Goes to the Moon.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus
Yes.
fuck.
That's the movie.
It's awful.
Well, according to NASA,
It's pretty funny for a non-comedian, though.
yeah. Well, according to NASA, these enhanced color images are shown as they would appear on Earth-level light. However, if you were to stand on the red planet, you would be an entirely different story, as the sky is also bluish on Mars, but darker due to the lack of sunlight. Planet-wide dust storms also one of the reasons why it's colder than as well.
Listen, if I've learned anything from reading Martian Manhunter comics, is that they live underground. I don't know why that's not being talked about.
What, the Martians?
Yeah,
Mars
you're
people?
gonna find things underground.
Listen, there's plenty of shit. I'm
Can
sure there's.
rover on top all you want.
I'm sure
Nothing
there's.
there.
I'm sure there's
Why don't you
caverns.
send a rover with a shovel, bud?
I'm sure there's rovers and. Well, that's what they were saying. That's why there's like pictures of like spoons and shit on Mars and
What'd you
like.
just send me?
Pictures of a spoon.
I think it's. I sent you a side by side of what Mars looks. What we think Mars looks
Do
like.
it again,
Um.
please.
Well, it's weird that they would change the image of it.
Well, all
to
those-
a different lighting. That lighting obviously isn't. So like, it's not an actual like a factual image.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Well, they also edit all like the space photos, like to bring out color and.
Well,
shit.
that's the thing. I understand
or they
editing it to
colorize
a
them.
degree. Like if it like looks like shit.
You know what else they edit? Is the textbooks about the vases from Egypt. Because
that and the cores, the drill cores.
yeah, because if they left the picture alone, it shows that the drilling is done on an angle, I guess, which indicates that the drill is moving at a speed that they would have obviously like. They say they don't have access to.
It shows if they showed it original in the photo, it would show that there would be a perfect spiral around the outside of the core, meaning that it was spinning so fast,
fucking fast,
and the distance between like the rings of like the spiral shows that it would have to be spinning at like 20,000 RPM or something fucking crazy.
So they fucking take
to,
the
like-
picture and they tilt it to make the spirals look straight, so that it looks like someone could have just like cored it out and not done it fast. And it's
Yeah.
like that's in official textbooks because they just took the picture and went to make it match the story.
because they don't
That's
have an
real
answer
life.
for it. Because they don't have an answer for it.
But even
Why
though,
edit it? Why even put it in the book?
even though they know, like they know what they're doing it.
Yeah.
So like,
What's it matter?
how do they defend it? Like,
How is that science?
like why did you? If you ask them, why do you change the picture? What was the point of altering it? Like, oh well, I just like
well, we
can't find a motherfucker to defend this shit. Graham's gonna
apparently Graham's debating some dude.
on Rogan.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a mess.
That's gonna be in October, I think.
But it's
yeah,
like they
October
find
he's
these
dating Flint Dibble.
Yeah,
oh,
so-
good old Flint.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna fuck this fucking poor bastard up, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Who gives a shit about fucking up Flint Dibble?" And we're gonna act like this is some big win, and it's like, well, the fact that he was the best guy we could
He's
argue.
the facility director at Dartmouth Education. Dartmouth. I'm a classical archaeologist. My
It's a big
research
school.
focus is on
That's credentials.
topics of food in ancient Greece. Studied
Food.
animal bones. Yeah, I don't know.
Get bent.
I was trying to see
Elmer.
how many Twitter followers this guy has.
Because that's the real deal.
The real mark of a scholar.
He has a Patreon. There we
Loser.
go. See how many. 14 patrons.
See, in this picture here, that does not look like Mars to me at all on the right.
That's the point.
And you would know.
I've been there a time or two. I mean,
So you admit it. That's what I'm saying. They're edited. I don't know.
There's no
They're
way the
probably
sky's
both
that
edited.
fucking blue. There's no way.
Well, think about it. If they're working off like the edited image, when they like re-edit it back down to what it, they could like overshoot it, right?
I mean, maybe, yeah. Or unless they actually released, like, unedited photos. I don't know.
I don't know. They spent fucking billions of dollars in like decades long of fucking building cameras and throwing them into the fucking sky. I would imagine they can just get a normal fucking camera and just take a fucking picture with the lighting and send it back.
I would also imagine that the government would be honest with us.
But Elon's
Yeah.
taking pictures of Mars too, though. He would.
Not on the surface, though.
He hasn't yet.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he hasn't touched the surface yet.
what does this guy even do?
What is...
No, the rocket was cool. The rocket landing was pretty sick.
Apparently,
Give him that
apparently people are freaking out because Elon went to some event with this white jacket on, and embroidered in white on the back was the Latin saying that's under the dollar bill that
one. E
says
pluribus unum.
that says New World Order.
Oh, Christ.
Which, knowing him,
Troll.
he's probably trolling. He's probably being like, I've seen some shit on TikTok. I'm gonna fuck some people up.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video last night, and I custom ordered this fucking jacket.
Because I have fuck you money.
Yeah. They thought I was broke after Twitter.
No.
But I ain't.
This could be very hypocritical. I think Elon's on our side. I don't know. He could not be.
I think he's on his own side.
Yeah, truthfully. I feel like it's optimistic. I hope he comes on our side, but I feel like he's kind of like enjoying being a celebrity too much. The same thing that happened to Neil deGrasse Tyson happened to him, but this dude has
fucking
money.
guy. I used to fucking love him.
Yeah, but then he
can't-
realized he's a celebrity and was like, oh.
I can't fucking listen to him on Rogan because he fucking cuts Rogan off every 2 seconds.
It's embarrassing.
He doesn't answer fucking any questions that Rogan brings something up and he goes, well, think about this.
What if you were on
If you were-
Mars,
If you were...
spinning around the world?
Yeah, exactly. It makes so fucking sense. It's so fucking annoying. And it's like, Neil. Mr.
Be
Tyson.
like, Neil, imagine if you didn't accost that woman at that gala.
Yeah, it's like, go back to how you fucking were. Like, you were fucking...
Cumtown was breaking that down.
Really?
They're like, clearly, it's just like an autistic man. He's not like trying to assault anyone.
No.
He's just like a fucking nerd who's
Yeah.
nerding out. Like, I guess he grabbed some girl's wrist one time and she like felt threatened. He was like, and if it is anyone else,
I was just demonstrating
No,
what gravity...
She goes. He's like, she had a tattoo of the constellation on her arm, and his whole thing is like Pluto's not a planet or whatever. So he's like, ooh, is Pluto on there? He genuinely was being a fucking dumbass nerd and was like, ooh, Pluto. And she was like, whoa, creep. And he was like, oh no, I was like,
I said Pluto.
I was one of the ones who said Pluto.
That's fucked up.
What is?
Not too many black people get accused of. It's a real white guy thing.
Oh, it's exclusively a white thing
Yeah.
at this point.
Of what?
Like grabbing a girl's,
Cosby
being
didn't get away
awkward.
with it.
Cosby.
Oh, Cosby, yeah.
Well, think about
And Ray Rice.
You're right, but that's a little different there.
I don't think there's anything sexual about his assault. I think he just
pissed.
Yeah.
Just woke up on the wrong side of bed.
Yeah,
that's
like Ray Rice and Rampage Jackson.
what Rampage do?
Didn't he punch his wife? Didn't he hit a woman?
I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised
I
to
would be
find that out.
You know what I do know he did.
I don't
that I
believe
love.
that to be true.
I love that this video pops up once a month.
Fucks up that door.
Him ripping that fucking door off the hinges.
That door is cardboard.
I know, but it's so fun to watch.
How bad the Ultimate Fighter is. It's like Dana literally was like, it'd be cool if you ripped that door off. And he's like, you think I could? And he's like, Come back in 5 minutes.
Bro,
They fucking put a cardboard door
It's a
in.
hollow core door.
Yeah, for a fucking like 230-pound man.
Did you see the picture of after Fedor's fight the other day?
I did not know Fedor fought the other day.
Fedor did his. Obviously, you're gonna laugh, but
His
it's
60-year-old fucking.
this was his retirement fight.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Is it?
Well,
Is
it-
it? That's
And
cute.
I guess Scott Coker didn't want him to really do it, but it was technically the last fight on his contract, and Fedor wanted to finish it. So he's like, all right. He fought Ryan Bader again, gave him a chance to avenge the loss. Didn't happen. But look at this fucking assembly of legends that
Were they in M1? What the fuck did they fight in?
Bellator.
Fedor fought in Bellator?
Yeah.
I did not know Fedor was with Bellator.
Yeah. So after the fight, they asked Dana what they thought of Fedor, and he goes, it's just sad that he never got to come over here and test himself against the top guys. I feel like, he's someone that got knocked out by a middleweight in Dan Henderson, and he's not one of the best heavyweights of all time for me.
Hendo.
That was Dana White's take on Fedor.
Such a little bitch. I hate him so much.
Can you imagine calling Dan Henderson a middleweight? The disrespect. He was probably middleweight and light heavyweight champion and knocked out and beat Shogun
Just
at light
a
heavyweight.
fucking animal, yeah.
That's a good fight.
It's probably my favorite fight.
It's very good.
And then
I
go
showed
at
my dad that fight.
Fedor. God, the fucking last OG who still got his status of a bad motherfucker.
Bro, someone made the point that he was done athletically 13 years ago, and he's just been coasting on the mystique and legend status that he has. He hasn't been competitive in so long.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much true.
Look at this.
He's scary.
Of course he is. Matt Hughes,
Holy fuck!
Chuck Liddell, Josh Barnett, Randy Couture.
Joe Rogan.
Oh, no, there's a better one. Poor Fedor. There's one with even more people, too.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was
Just everyone showed up.
Bro, it was such a crew. It's weird I can't find it. But yeah.
That'd be so dope going in your corner after that fucking round. You got fucking all of them hyping you.
You have the Hall of Fame in your corner.
And Bader's just oh fuck, I'm gonna lose this.
Everyone
again.
already hates Bader.
Which I feel bad for him. He wasn't bad. He just was never good.
Do you remember him at the press conference against DC? He was in the crowd talking shit, and DC's talking back to him just about how no one likes him. And someone made a meme of Bader being I'm gonna kick Fedor's ass again, and then someone plastered over DC's face every MMA fan. They're shut the fuck up, Bader. Someone also pointed out that it was Ryan Darth Bader versus the Emperor.
He should hire.
Oh,
He should hire a butler. So he calls him Masturbator. Hello, Masturbator.
I feel
Hello.
someone else should hire him.
Hello, my friend. Miss Masturbator. Do you need me to grab you anything?
Your dick, perhaps.
May I stroke your schlong? That'd be good. That'd be a funny thing.
Someone else pointed out the heavyweight fights that the UFC had going on when Fedor was fighting against Big Nog and Crow Cop and
Big
Kevin
Nog.
Randleman. Huh?
Big Nog?
Big Nog and Little Nog.
Yeah.
Brothers.
The
That's
Nogueira
cool.
brothers.
That's cool. Those are good names.
Big Nog.
Young Big Nog.
It was Tim Sylvia versus some dude who obviously I don't know.
I remember that shit.
I don't know every fight, but it was some dude I've never heard of.
Really?
Yeah, someone rattled off a couple title fights that the UFC had during that span. And it's pretty sure Fedor was the top guy. I don't think he was in need of testing himself against.
No, he would have
anybody.
fucked up literally any of them.
Bro. And then obviously the UFC was doing this shit for on a grander scale also, but on a small scale they were doing shit just chasing Fedor. Like, they bought Strikeforce to try to get his ass, and he's like, still no. Like, they bought Pride, still no. Fucking
It wasn't about it. Because they don't fucking pay him.
And that's literally what he said. He's like, I was disrespected by the number they were talking about, and I didn't like how Dana White did business. And then he fucking stuck to his guns. Yeah, it was like, and I guess that's why everyone loves that Bellator guy, Scott Coker, is because he just respects the fuck out of everybody. So that's why he like got that crew together there for like a nice send off.
Being a decent fucking human being,
and not signing him up to fight a fucking killer on his way out.
I can't imagine. I'm trying to think. Maybe Brock. I think Brock might be able to take Fedor just for sheer fucking size.
Yeah. I always picture Randleman being bigger.
Nah, but he's just
That's why, yeah.
bulgy, just got huge muscles.
Because that argument, like, the first thing that comes to mind is like, Randleman fucking suplexed him. But it's like, yeah, but if Brock suplexed him, it's different.
God.
It's a different thing, huh? Yeah, I mean, whenever people want to talk about size, my thing is always like, Bob Sapp beat Ernesto Hoost twice. So it's like, I love Ernesto Hoost.
Yeah.
Like, so size definitely matters.
Whenever I think about just size mattering and shit, like, I just think of fucking Brock Lesnar and Shane Carwin just fucking touching fists in the center of the octagon. It's like, you guys are fucking so large.
Like 600 pounds
so
in the octagon.
Large.
Yeah. No, I think of Brock Lesnar when he just, not to disrespect the man, but he didn't even punch so much as like he hurled his fist at Heath Herring's head.
Just the body weight.
And then, again, decorated wrestler, but then tackled him. Like, he just clubbed and tackled him. Heath Herring, decorated MMA fighter, just like, yeah, I've been doing this for about 6 months now. Crack, fucking like.
Man, this is easier than WWE.
Christ almighty. No, when Rogan was like, yeah, you know he can like walk up and down stairs doing a handstand. I'm like, yeah, it's just a freak of nature. You almost need to like put someone like that down before they get too powerful. Like, you don't know what that man could be. Like, that dude used to rule nations, like, before guns and stuff. Like, that's just who would be in charge.
And again, like, why did he leave? Fucking not getting enough money. And
fucking Bud Light.
Yeah, and they cut the sponsorships that he wasn't getting enough money from in the first place, and he wasn't getting the money from the UFC.
Everyone's been going so hard on the UFC lately because they're like, oh, yeah, why couldn't fighters have shit on their shorts? And then it has the quote of like, it just looks cluttered and unprofessional, and then it has a picture of the octagon where every fucking inch of it is monetized. Did you see Logan Paul signed his
that
drink?
fucking energy drink? I saw that.
So now it's not the blue and red corner, it's the blue blast recovery zone and the red rush recovery zone.
For what?
Like the corners.
He has a new sports drink. So
like UFC?
Did they drop Monster?
For the UFC.
Did they drop Monster?
No, that's still their official energy drink and water. This is their like official sports drink. They also have an official vodka, whiskey, beer, this, that, you know, but it's like every specific distinction so they can keep saying, this is our official, the only one we have. And it's like, we still have 13 drinks.
Think of the money behind that deal. How much money those guys are getting.
Well, every fighter on Twitter is just like, cool, thanks, guys. Everyone's like, I'm not going to drink a fucking drop of this shit until I see my goddamn check for it.
Yeah. For real, I'd go up to that press conference with that shit on the table and just like yeet it the fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Nate did after fighting Tony Ferguson for his last fight. Tony handed him like his Monster water, and Nate takes it and he punts it. And Tony starts clapping. Tony was like there for the ride for that one.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez released on bail a few months ago after months behind bars.
Yes, sir.
He's released?
Yeah.
Javier Mendez.
I don't think he's like...
I really hope he goes to Mexico.
Javier Mendez, American Kickboxing Academy head coach, announcing new podcast with Cain Velasquez.
Nice.
Came out this month.
Probably try to free his name. Or clear his name. Get some good publicity out there.
We've been
Everyone's on his side still.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, goodwill going.
We've been early on this on the Stone Day podcast. Free Cain Velasquez.
We were early on that.
We were very early on this.
So fucking sad. Yeah, no, I really hope he just
Kane,
goes to
maybe-
Mexico and says fuck it.
Kane, maybe we do like a cross thing going on. We were early on releasing you. You know, maybe when you start your thing, we hop on yours, you come on ours, we enjoy ourselves.
We were doing a lot of good press for you.
We were.
We can't.
Still are. Kane's still number one. Like if anyone would have beat and still can beat Fedor Emelianenko, I'm betting on Kane.
Yeah, we were talking about if Brock could do it. I know somebody who beat the fuck out of Brock. Cain Velasquez.
Oh my god, that dude was fucking
Listen,
scary.
if you're gonna kill someone, it's gonna be a pedophile.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, come on.
Unanimous.
Honestly, the only thing
They get killed in prison regardless.
the only bad thing I have to say about Kane is that he shouldn't have shot that guy.
Yeah.
He should have went
Yeah,
over
I
there
mean,
and
you
just
say
beat
that-
him to death with his fucking hands. Is what he should have done. Just punch through the goddamn
Yeah.
car window and pull him
Well,
out.
I think that's why he relied on the gun, is because it turned into a car chase, you know?
Yeah, I get.
If it was just close quarters, I don't think he was reaching for his hip there.
God, could you imagine fucking Cain Velasquez coming at you
With a
pissed
gun?
off?
It
Oh
literally
With a
like,
gun now.
really puts fear into me.
Not
the
just-
thought of him like just
Not just
Oh.
barehanded,
Whatever.
but with a gun now.
my.
no. I'd much rather the
a
gun.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Can you imagine 260 pounds
But
of
still,
a dude
it's like,
who just knows how to manipulate your body?
I know, but it's like
He ain't 260.
if he doesn't
No.
have a gun, I could still run for my life. But with a gun, he shoots me in the back of the leg, and now he's beating the fuck out
No,
of me.
he's got way more cardio than you. That big man has way more
I don't
cardio
know.
than you. I guarantee it.
Sea level Kane.
I think if it was a life and death situation, I would love to do a foot race with Cain Velasquez.
I would love to see that.
I would
and
love
to
I'd
do
love
it.
to see his ass beat you.
I don't know.
Long retired, out of prison,
No, I think
whooping and in his prime.
I
Yo,
think-
he fucking ran that prison for that short
Oh.
stint he was in there.
yeah.
It's like, all right, who am I fighting?
Yeah.
Bring him on. Bring him on. Let's go.
Let me hold
You
the
want
keys.
lucha libre? You want MMA? You want boxing?
Let me hold the keys.
Oh, fuck.
No, he could just send you flying
Not if I'm
and then
running.
come collect you.
Not if I'm running.
What are you talking about?
I would outrun this man. I would run as
For every
fast
Why
as I
like
do you
could.
3
think you
strides
can
of his, he
outrun
would just
him?
I
take
would
one
run,
step.
I would run so fast.
You're not fast or
I would run-
athletic or
I-
skilled in
I'm
anything he's
faster-
gonna do
I'm
to you.
faster than you.
I'm not quoting to be faster than Cain Velasquez.
Listen, I'm just saying. Life or death situation, and if I'm running, I bet I can.
Why do you keep saying it like that? Like, if I'm running, like you don't
No.
have another gear.
No, I
You're
think-
running at the same speed.
No.
If we went, at,
No, I would kick it in high gear.
oh, okay, cool. You don't even have like a track hit. You literally have nothing to fall back
I've been a
on
very fast runner my entire life.
in all your life and death situations.
I'm just saying. Hey, I've been told many times. Hey,
You'd
Mark,
blow your
Mark,
fucking hammy
Mark,
out.
you're quick. Thank you.
How fast you think you could run in your head when you went to go do that, your body wouldn't even be able to sustain it for a second, and you'd blow your hamstring out.
I don't know, man.
Before you started running, your knee would
That
implode.
first
MCL,
step.
ACL, just
Listen,
your knee would explode.
I think I got some. I've ran recently.
I don't even believe you.
I've ran recently. I'd say within
That's- the fact that
within a
that's
year,
your-
I've ran.
Like,
Well, a year isn't recently. One,
Well,
two.
within the
fact
past
that
year,
that's your
I've run a few
brag is
times.
like I've ran recently
like
against
when
a guy
it's
who's
cold and you park far in the parking lot run, or
yeah, and you
No, I've
shuffle
gone
with
for
your
like a
dick
2-mile
between
run.
your legs.
2-mile run.
okay.
A year ago.
Not a year ago. Probably like 8 months ago.
How many times do you think Kane runs in 8 months?
I don't know.
Once,
I don't know.
more than once.
In prison, you're not running very far.
He's running a
Run
lot.
laps.
Do they have a track?
No, they got like the fucking yard.
That's
Go
true.
run around the yard.
I'd be fucking just lifting all day.
Sure, you would be.
Thought you were so fast. You're gonna weigh yourself down now. Stupid.
Oh, man,
He's
I'm
got
telling-
muscles from wrestling, the ones he needs. You're gonna have show muscles, vain,
Listen, man.
foolish
Exactly. I want to look good.
for your beating,
when you're getting your ass beat.
Not when I'm running.
looking good, getting caught.
Not when
by
I'm
a fucking
running.
superior
I would
predator.
you would blink and I'd be gone.
I want to show you a highlight video.
I've
of
seen it. He's
fucking Kane.
terrifying. That's what I'm saying. I would have that video playing in the back of my head, and I would go, I am not getting caught by this man, and I am running until
A
I
highlight
die.
Your
video of him
willpower
fucking
isn't gonna be
training
enough.
running,
I don't know, man.
you
I've seen-
deciding that
I've
you're not
seen-
gonna get caught by this man.
He
I've
runs
seen-
pulling fucking cars.
I've
bro.
seen. I think I should die. I Should Be Dead, those shows on like Spike TV where like women are flipping cars because their kids underneath it. I think something clicks in your head where you could just fucking go.
He's also in that mode though.
I know.
Whatever boost you're getting, he's.
I don't know, man.
He goes, ooh, pray. He also gets that adrenaline boost.
And I would have those fucking eyes like a gazelle where I'd be like, huh, danger, and I would run.
You know how gazelles get away usually is by having a bunch of other gazelles around to confuse the animal. It's him tracking you.
And speed.
Which you do not possess.
I have speed.
That he also has
I don't
in
know.
greater doses.
We'll see. We'll see.
We probably won't.
Kane?
Likely,
you wanna do a little
likely
foot
will
race?
not be racing Cain Velasquez.
I hope it gets to this point.
Same.
Let's agree to disagree.
I will not. There'll be no such agreement.
I don't know. I think in a foot race, I'm good.
I think Brock Lesnar might be faster than you in handstands.
I don't think so. Brock Lesnar? That's a big man.
Brock
I feel like
Lesnar
you
can
can do
walk.
bleachers faster than you with handstands.
Yeah.
Well, now that's a strength exercise.
I thought you were lifting in prison.
I'm not in prison. Or planning on
You
going
will
to
be
prison.
after Cain Velasquez puts you there.
No. How would he put me in prison? I didn't create a crime.
He would fuck you up, put a bunch of drugs on your body, call the police, and run away.
He'd sprinkle cocaine.
Cocaine! This man was on cocaine!
Do you guys know Nick DiPaolo, the comedian?
Sounds
I'd have to
familiar.
see him.
He's like a Boston guy. Probably comes off as New York at this point, but like someone was telling a story about how he's the only guy he's ever seen like not enjoy things going well, like just be killing up there, and then he'd just look around and be like, "No, fuck this."
Really?
And I guess he like they're all telling stories about this dude, like reminiscing. And the other guy's like, I saw him and Patrice would go at a crowd in ways I've never seen other people go at a crowd. He was going at this one guy. He goes, yeah, oh yeah? Well, guess what? I could beat the fuck out of you because I'm on coke. Like, he would just do shit like that to sabotage his... Like, everything would be good up until then. It wasn't like he was doing that as a way out. He would, like, be shooting himself in the foot with that and then dig himself back out.
Jesus. Just didn't like being too good. It's like, I gotta work for
I don't
it.
think he liked being comfortable with it. Like, also
Being
at
on
this
that
point...
razor's edge.
It's like the guy. It's like Ricky Bobby's dad. It was going too good. I had to get out of there. Now I don't like
where
it.
you going to go? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Oof. I guess like since more social media and Trump era, people started to not like him because he was like a Trump guy, and he
Don't
lives
do
in
that.
New York. And
I would never come out saying these things.
Well, you're a comedian. You got some hot takes.
I guess yeah, if you're a comedian.
So I guess it got to the point where like certain crowds would see him walk out, and they'd be like, "Oh no," and then he would turn them, and like have them laughing, like have them all on his side, and then again he'd get like. He'd just be like, I don't know why I come into this fucking city. You people disgust me, fucking liberals. And like, after winning them over and being like, see, I'm not that bad. Be like,
Hate me.
I am that guy. Like,
Yeah. You thought. Yeah. Remember when you guys liked me? Go back to hating me now.
Yeah. You're all scum.
It's like I love that video of Bill Burr in
Philly.
is it Philly? Yeah.
When
Where,
he's
like,
counting the minutes down.
Oh,
7 minutes.
7 minutes left. And you got that
You fucking terrible.
yeah, you got that gay ass bridge. You got one bridge going into the city.
You got a bell.
Yeah.
That's your big thing. You got your most famous guys made up. You got Rocky. That's nothing. He's not real. 6 minutes.
6 minutes left. You don't have a fucking baseball team to save
When
your
was the
life.
last time any of you people fucking won anything? All you care about is sports. They don't win shit. 5 minutes.
No, he's great. I remember my cousin showing me that and being like, "What? He just threw his set and he was like, yeah, they were done."
Well, I guess they had booed like everybody out before
Yeah.
him, including Dom Herrera, who's from Philly and is like an older guy, so
Yeah.
it was like doubly disrespectful. That it was like he's an elder statesman of comedy and he's your hometown guy, like in this tour, and because that was the tour they did with O&A, Opie and
Yeah.
Anthony, so it was like not necessarily comedy fans. It was like the radio crowd, so they didn't necessarily have like the etiquette of like, oh, shut the fuck up for a
Yeah.
comedy show. They were like, this is like if we got to all call in at once, you know, like
Jesus.
they were just talking shit, yeah. Because that was the other thing that
You fucking skinheads.
on the radio show, they're all talking shit to each other, like, oh, you stink, you fucking, you know, you don't. know how to tell a joke to save your life. So now they all think like, oh, we're funny. You fucking suck. And it's like, no, this is like not something random. This is like my polished material now.
I hope your mother gets cancer and dies. He's like, I hope your mother has AIDS and you go home and you lick her asshole and you get a deadly AIDS and you fucking die.
Jesus Christ.
3 minutes left.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
He's great.
I do love Bill Burr.
Old Billy Burr.
Now, his "What are you, a fag?" thing is just the most...
Put your fucking shoulders up.
To a T. I remember my neighbor showed me Bill Burr as a kid and him being like, check this out. And being like, oh my God, yeah. Like, I have people at school that just wear shorts and it's like, they're like, what are you, a fag?
No, if I could show that and Louis' like bad words to people, like, why is that not okay to say?
Yeah. No, that's great.
Louis might always be number one just for like that.
Louis and Chappelle are like my number ones.
See, like Chappelle and Louis are like two of the first comedians that like I got into.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very hard for me to take them out of that like number one spot.
Yeah, there hasn't been much competition,
especially
for the top spots.
Bill Burr's very good. Bill Burr's very.
He's probably
very
my
good.
3. Yeah.
Especially after like Chappelle's most recent Netflix ones, like his Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't love the recent ones.
The
first 2 he did on Netflix were okay.
The first couple ones were good. Then he got like kind of preachy with it.
Kept talking
That's what I
about
like.
trans people.
I don't know. I like the.
I like
when he starts.
Jokes.
He
I
barely
like
was
punchlines.
telling jokes. He was like philosophizing over like basic points.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that one where he's sitting on stage and it's like 45 minutes and he's just like talking about like the Me Too shit. I don't know. I just think he's
I
interesting.
hate that shit.
See, I think it's interesting. I love it.
No, I want comedy, man.
It felt
I
also
want
very,
punchlines and
like-
jokes.
It wasn't even like anything insightful. It was like, yeah, no fucking, like, yeah, don't be mean. Okay, yeah, solid. Like, yeah, people were mean. Now they should be. Now they're being mean
I
over
would
here.
just be so fucking angry
If you went to go see Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle.
it's like, all right, this is my first time. Like, I fucking love Dave Chappelle.
Chappelle show,
like,
Chappelle
just
show.
with it, like, fuck yeah, I've been waiting. I got
I'm
these
retained.
tickets. And then, like, 5 minutes of jokes and then goes into, like, a fucking 45-minute sermon. I would be livid.
Yeah, you're just feeling guilty for being white for an hour. I'm like, oh.
But you know what? Fuck you. The trans people are right.
Yeah. I was with him on the first one, and like 3 specials later, still talking about it. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Maybe they got a point. Like, maybe chill.
Hey, fucking relax.
I don't think you're saying anything bad. I think it's just a lot. Like,
Yeah, you're just overdoing it now. Like,
just
you are
weird at this point.
beating that fucking dead horse.
I liked it.
Hey, different strokes.
Different
I tell you.
folks.
Kill Him
No, I
Softly
like
is
those.
one of my favorites. That one he did from San Francisco.
Oh, the beginning ones?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are classic.
I might go rewatch those. It's been a minute.
for real.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Oh boy.
Me and Christian were talking about this yesterday. Is my blue the same as your blue? Meaning, when you look at this, that's blue.
Oh, perception.
Like we all agree that's blue. But what if
Are you
If I
talking
looked-
just about colors or everything?
colors?
Okay. Because you could do this for everything.
Yeah. If I look through your eyes, this might look like this. But your entire life you've been taught that this is blue. But to me it looks like this. You ever think about that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, like colorblind people and shit.
After like the colorblind test, I'm like, oh, they could probably figure that out now. But I was
Well,
like,
they say
oh.
dudes are like half colorblind with like blues and greens. Like my mom always gives me shit. Like Mark's old truck, I would say is blue, and she's like, "Can you not call that a blue truck? Because it's definitely green." I'm like, "It's a greenish blue. If that's what."
Turquoise.
Gray goes purple with me sometimes. Like certain grays give off like purple hues.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about words sometimes when people are like, "Oh, well, you know what I mean," and it's like, yes, to an extent, but also words mean things for a reason, so that way we don't get into this spot of like, oh, well, like, I said this, but I meant that. It's like, well, why don't you learn what to say to mean that? Admittedly, there's not, like, a perfect word for everything, That is like the only alluring thing about learning other languages, for them to have like specific words for things.
Oh, English sucks.
Yeah.
I never got.
It's cool for slang, but when you need those like dead on things.
I always thought it was interesting, like when you ask, like I asked Angel at work because he speaks Spanish. I was
And
like,
he's only 1 year older than us.
that was crazy. Yeah. But I asked him, I was like, what is how would you say this in Spanish? And he was like, well, there really isn't a word for that. There isn't really a word for that.
Marty asked
And he was
Allie
like-
to go
I
speak
think-
Spanish up front yesterday.
Yeah. She speaks Spanish.
Real bizarro world, huh?
Really?
You
No.
got when the Mexican girl comes back to get the white
Yeah.
lady to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, whew,
No, yeah. Her
slippery slope, this American dream.
her ex was from Bolivia or something.
Who?
Uh,
Oh, Allie. Yeah.
Anyways, that's life, baby. That's that.
That's baseball.
That's baseball, baby.
That's how that works.
They got chicken in Philly?
I don't think I have anything else in those notes. I didn't find any videos this week.
I gotta head
been
out
wrapped up in-
anyway.
I've been wrapped up in the history.
Deep state.
The history. The History Ape channel's taken off. We're enjoying ourselves.
Oh, my other video got 2.4 again.
I saw.
Shit, son.
Fucked up.
2.4s.
We're thriving on TikTok, people. We're enjoying ourselves.
Some dude commented and asked me if I had an Instagram. I was like, I tried, brother. Wasn't doing.
Yeah.
TikTok was popping.
TikTok was popping off. How about you come to YouTube? Enjoy yourself. And while you're at it, check out the pod. Stone Day Podcast, Clip Channel. No, we don't have the Clip Channel. Clips are with us now. Got Fifth Sun Media Channel. Got the MMA Channel, History Channel on TikTok. We'll be back next week. You fuckers take care.
Yes.